That represents. We not deal now. Okay. I'm permanent secretary in house. Bini everywhere. Nobody is coming here of women. The village in Wekere were more here. In Ashawu. Everywhere is Ashawu. As come contest for president. You have to listen to what I'm about to say now. You have to hear me first. We are not disagreeing. You are looking. I don't even mention your name, and I don't put your name for call you unaware. Now therefore mistake. Hello, Mr. Pedro. Dr. Pedro, hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Who's on the line, please?
I am the president of AFEMA organization here in Europe. I am the president of AFEMA.
Hello, sir.
AFEMA association in Europe.
So, how are you?
Fine.
How are you?
My name is Igbinidu. My name is Igbinidu. So I saw the audio. We saw the audio. We played it in our union. The audio you play concerning. We saw the audio you play concerning. You record to the governor concerning the governor of our state, Obaseki. So.
No, hold on, please.
Okay.
Please hold on. Your governor. Is not my brother.
We saw the audio.
Please. I don't want to listen. Please. I'm also half a donor. I hope you know my mother is a donor.
No, we are not. No, sir, we are one now. You don't even hear what I'm about to say. You have to listen to what I'm about to say now. You have to hear me first. We are not disagreeing. We are working together. We are one people, sir.
Okay.
So the reason why I call you in respect, according to our history, we migrated from Igodo, that is Benin. We ran away many years ago. That is where our homeland. We were saying, you said that the Benin people have been marginalized with a permanent secretary, all these things.
Please.
Yes.
Listen carefully and listen. I hope you will listen with an open mind.
Okay.
You don't have an open mind.
I will listen.
I was not talking. That thing wasn't a public thing at all.
Okay.
We were holding a meeting online with the Benin indigenous, just like you have AFEMA Union. I'm a friend of Kadiri, AFEMA.
Okay.
We are holding a meeting on the list that the governor just brought out, where eight permanent secretaries were sacked. Okay. And they wrote a petition to the Indigenous People's Association. I even mentioned it there.
Okay.
I was talking, we are just at it there. I was talking to the former governors who were on the platform that please, we must find a way to engage government.
Okay.
And tell government that this is a very simple issue. That we don't have to be making noise over all these things. It's called quota system, better character. Okay. If you give 2 to a donut, give food to Edo Central, please also give food to Edo South. You cannot sack 8 permanent secretaries. You sack 1 Edo North, you sack 1 Edo Central, and sack 5 Edo South.
Okay.
If they are even guilty, you replace them. I even make some of them started editing it.
Sir, you see when we had the video, sir. So look at what we had, though, sir. When we saw the video, we were thinking it would be best, sir. We thought it would be best for you to do it indoor, that to let that type of video go viral. It would be better indoor. Yes.
Somebody who is not a good person removed what me I said, forgot what other people said, and posted it to
Facebook. Just like they're trying to blackmail you like that, Nabi. Just like some of them are trying to blackmail you with the audio, something like that.
Yeah, that was what somebody, and I told them that God will punish them. Because every tribe I am beneath, my mother is Ora.
Okay.
My grandmother is Ijanubodi.
Okay.
If I am in the meeting of people in Iviokwe,
yes,
or I'm in people in Ilanubodi,
yes,
or I'm in Fuga, or I'm in Opona,
yes,
I know the place like the back of my hand. Like, I went to secondary school in Ayukwe.
okay.
If, for example, you get my point, I'm talking there, I will tell them, do this road.
Okay.
I was only when we were talking, if you go and play the game, you will hear, I was not even speaking English.
Okay, they cut this place out from inside. It's like they cut this very place just to blackmail you, Abi. Something like that.
It wasn't at all, it was a meeting of paper in New Indigenous People's Association.
Okay.
And I said clearly, we have to create a deliberate schematic to engage government. So that the government this is what we will tell government, so please, this is our result from the election.
Okay, they brought the audio from the group and started sharing it. It was not you who permitted them to do it.
Now went and posted it out.
It was a privacy, not a public something.
I was talking to my people in a group. We were in a group sitting. We were doing. We were going to do Zoom before. The Zoom now did not take some of the old men because they didn't know how to do Zoom.
Okay.
So that's okay, everybody. For contribution.
So what will be your reaction now? Why can't you just come out on public and debunk this correct it? Sir?
Listen, I can't correct anything. I fought for the government, did I not?
Okay. But something like this, like try to be something like tribal, something that 78% of the votes come from Edo South, that the Benin people are marginalized. Yes.
You didn't listen to that. The people that are just right.
What I listened about the audio, you said that 81,000 of the votes come from Edo South. Sir?
Some people, I just said, in fact, the first person I noticed started posting, I have told those of them in the group that if anybody there has posted it out,
yes,
I will make it in the night and I will place a curse on that person.
Because Edo, in the history of Edo, we are one people now. Both the Ishan, the Owan, we believe we come from one aborigine. We are indigenous to the land. We didn't come from Sudan or Sokoto.
Do you know my full name?
Sir?
I got my full name in that video. I am the first son of Izomo of Imeura.
Okay.
So nobody will come and tell me anything. I speak Benin. If you know me, ask anybody who knows me. I speak Benin. I speak Esa. I speak Ora, and I understand Afema. I even speak words in Opera.
So what will I now bring to my association now? What will be your word to me now to give to my association to say, we feel ourselves like we the Esako, with Benin, we are from Benin. That's where we come from. Yes.
For the past 5 years, I have been fighting for the increase of recognition of Edo and Delta under the Midwest movement.
Okay.
And I was only speaking to Benin people inside a Benin group of elders.
Okay.
And I was only telling them on how to increase the quota of Benin people in the government. That is just, and I gave them the statistics. that the governor just appointed 13 permanent secretaries, only 3 happy. It is not nice. Let us try and get more. And the only way to do that.
Sir, I want to put this thing to you, sir. I am from Fuga, sir.
I'm speaking to you because of the way you are open to me.
Yes, I am from Fuga. I want to say something to you, sir. Sir, 1 second, sir. I am from Fuga. I'm from Fuga. In our place, we don't see any of our brothers who are selling our land or all those or Kaigele, all those things. But you are from Edo South. Don't you think that is haunting the development and the mass exodus of our people, our Benin brothers? Why you don't say something about those land grabbing?
As a Fuga man,
yes.
If you carry your phone, as a Fuga man, if you are a man from Isako Central, carry your phone and you call any of my cousins in your place, they will tell you how I am. They will tell you whether or not I am tribal. It's not a matter of this thing. I'm not even engaging anybody. I'm not talking about it. I'm not. Because I think I will stop picking calls now.
But those
because people are taking this.
No, I am an educated person now. I went to Auchi Polytechnic now. I have HND. Yeah.
Okay, listen. We have on the first week of January.
Yes.
The governor announced, or the second week of January, the governor announced 13 permanent secretaries.
Yes.
On the 1st of February, the governor sacked 8 permanent secretaries.
Okay.
And those 8 permanent secretaries, no, you relax now, just assume.
Okay.
The governor sacked 8 permanent secretaries. He will sack one Benin man, he will sack one Isa man, he will sack one Ora man, then he will now sack 5 Afema men.
Okay.
What will be you now as the head of the Afema Union in Europe? What will you do?
If he sack them, I have to look into. But I'm not in that feed. I think I have to consult people who are in that feed.
I am not in Lagos or London. I am not a stranger to government. I am the younger brother of the government. So we are all in that space.
So what we have the information we have about you, sir. People said you want to contest for Senate of Edo South. That's why you were doing that thing. I say,
my brother, listen, I contested for governorship before and I lost money. I am not interested in. I don't even have a party card. I don't have time for that kind of rubbish. I will never be.
Sir, we love you so much, sir. We love you. I can come anytime I come to Nigeria by March now. I will try to call you when I come to Nigeria to see you.
I've asked you a simple question.
Yes.
If you hear tomorrow that Pedro Obaseki, governor of Edo State, I have just sacked 8 permanent secretary is the highest point of civil debt.
Yes.
I've just retrained people. Not that they were guilty of fraud, not that they were guilty of embezzlement. There is nothing like that.
Okay.
Then they were released of their service, disengaged. Not that they were retired because they have become old. No, some of them have 3 years, some have 5 years, some have 7 years. And I retrenched 8 of them. And when I'm retrenching 8, I will retrench 1 man from Ora. I will retrench 1 man from Benin. I will retrench 1 man from Mesa. And I will retrench 5 people from Uga. What will you do?
What will I do if you are retrenching? What I do, sir? You ask me a question. Let me put an answer to it, sir. No, sir. So I was even defending you in our meeting, but you didn't let me talk. Now I was even defending you there. That I know I have heard about you before. Look at Pedro Obaseki now. So you see him, he have really exhibited himself as a as a tribalist person. He's a tribalist. He said they called the audio come out. Mr. Governor, we love you. Anybody want to call? My number is there. Call the telephone number there is +49 17 49 22. My telephone number to call and contribute to it +491749661566. I just call Pedro Obaseki. He don't let people talk. When you talk, allow people to talk. I ask him a question, he dodge it. What about land grabbing? What have you done about it? Omagwa, you say you are fighting for This man is a conny man. What you anybody you want to call to support the Mr. Pedro? He knew somebody to listen to what I'm about to say now. You have to hear me first. We are not disagreeing. We are Pedro no carry phone. You know, say me they cannot be carry. No, you not carry your phone. It dey they look. You are looking. I for not even mention your name, and I don't for put your name. I for call you unaware. Now there for mistake. Hello, Mr. Pedro. Dr. Pedro, hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Who's on the line, please?
I am the president of AFEMA organization here in Europe. I am the president of AFEMA.
Hello, sir.
AFEMA association in Europe.
So, how are you?
Fine.
How are you?
My name is Igbinidu. My name is Igbinidu. So I saw the audio. We saw the audio. We play it in our union. The audio you play concerning. We saw the audio you play concerning. You record to the governor concerning the governor of our state, Obaseki. So.
Hold on, hold on.
Okay.
Please hold on. Your governor. Is not my brother.
We saw the audio.
Please, I don't want to listen. Please. I'm also half a donor. I hope you know my mother is a donor.
No, we are not. No, sir, we are one now. You don't even hear what I'm about to say. You have to listen to what I'm about to say now. You have to hear me first. We are not disagreeing. We are working together. We are one people, sir.
Okay.
So the reason why I call you in respect, according to our history, we migrated from Igodo, that is Benin. We ran away many years ago. That is where our homeland. We were showing. You said that the Benin people have been marginalized with a permanent secretary, all these things.
Sorry, sir, please.
Yes.
Listen carefully and listen. I hope you will listen with an open mind.
Okay.
You don't have an open mind.
I will listen.
I was not talking. That thing wasn't a public thing at all.
Okay.
We were holding a meeting online with the Benin indigenous, just like you have AFEMA Union. I'm a friend of Kadiri, AFEMA.
Okay.
We are holding a meeting on the list that the governor just brought out, where eight permanent secretaries were sacked. Okay. And they wrote a petition to the Indigenous People's Association. I even mentioned it there.
Okay.
I was talking, we are just sitting there. I was talking to the former governors who were on the platform that please, we must find a way to engage government.
Okay.
And tell government that this is a very simple issue. That we don't have to be making noise over all these things. It's called quota system, federal character. Okay. If you give 2 to Edo North, give 2 to Edo Central, please also give 2 to Edo South. You cannot sack 8 permanent secretaries. You sack 1 Edo North, you sack 1 Edo Central, and sack 5 Edo South.
Okay.
If they are even guilty, you replace them. Some of them started editing it.
Sir, you see when we had the video, sir, so look at what we had though, sir, when we saw the video, we were thinking it would be best, sir. We thought it would be best for you to do it indoor, that to let that type of video go viral. It would be better indoor.
Well,
Yes.
Somebody who is not a good person removed what me I said, forgot what other people said, and posted it to Facebook or posted it.
Just like they're trying to blackmail you like that, Nabi. Just like some of they are trying to blackmail you with the audio, something like that.
Yeah, that was what somebody, and I told them that God will punish them. Because every tribe I am beneath, my mother is Ora.
Okay.
My grandmother is Ijanubodi.
Okay.
If I am in the meeting of people in Iviokwe,
yes,
or I'm in people in Ijanubodi,
yes,
or I'm in Fuka, or I'm in Opona,
yes.
I know the place at the back of my house. Like, I went to secondary school, now you go.
Okay.
If, for example, you get my point, I'm talking there, I will tell them, do this road, do this road.
Okay.
I was only, we were talking, if you go and play the game, you will hear, I was not even speaking English.
Okay, they cut this place out from inside. It's like they cut this very place just to blackmail you, Abi. Something like that.
It wasn't at all, it was a meeting of paper, the New Indigenous People's Association.
Okay.
And I said clearly, we have to create a deliberate schematic to engage government. So that the government, this is what we will tell government, so please, this is our result from the election.
Okay, they brought the audio from the group and started sharing it. It was not you who permitted them to do it.
Now went and posted it out.
It was a privacy, not a public something.
I was talking to my people in a group. We were in a group sitting. We were doing. We were going to do Zoom before. The Zoom now did not take some of the old men because they didn't know how to do Zoom.
Okay.
So that's okay, everybody. Your contribution.
So what will be your reaction now? Why can't you just come out on public and debunk this correct it? Sir?
Listen, I can't correct anything. I fought for the government, did I not?
Okay. But something like it's like trying to be something like tribal, something that 78% of the votes come from Edo South, that the Benin people are marginalized. Yes.
You didn't listen to that. The people that are just like
what I listened about the audio, you said that 81,000 of the votes come from Edo South. Sir?
Some people, I just said, in fact, the first person I noticed started posting, I have told those of them in the group that if anybody there has posted it out,
yes, I
will make it in the line and I will place a curse on that person.
Because Edo, in the history of Edo, we are one people now. Both the Ishan, the Owan, we believe we come from one aborigine. We are indigenous to the land. We didn't come from Sudan or Sokoto.
Do you know my full name?
Sir?
I got my full name in that video. I am the first son of the Izomo of Imeura.
Okay.
So nobody will come and tell me anything. I speak Benin. If you know me, ask anybody who knows me. I speak Benin. I speak Esa. I speak Ora, and I understand Afema. I even speak words in Opera.
So what will I now bring to my association now? What will be your word to me now to give to my association to say, we feel ourselves like we the Esako, with Benin, we are from Benin. That's where we come from. Yes.
For the past 5 years, I've been fighting for the increase of recognition of Edo and Delta under the Midwest movement.
Okay.
And I was only speaking to Benin people inside a Benin group of elders.
Okay.
And I was only telling them on how to increase the quota of Benin people in the government. That is just, and I gave them the statistics. That the governor just appointed 13 permanent secretaries, only 3 are Benin. It is not nice. Let us try and get more. And the only way to do that.
So I want to put this thing to you, sir. I am from Fuga, sir.
I'm speaking to you because of the way you are open to me.
Yes, I am from Fuga. I want to say something to you, sir. Sir, 1 second, sir. I am from Fuga. I'm from Fuga. In our place, we don't see any of our brothers who are selling our land or all those of Kaigele, all those things. But you are from Edo South. Don't you think that is haunting the development and the mass exodus of our people, our Benin brothers. Why you don't say something about those land grabbing?
As a Fuga man,
yes.
If you carry your phone, as a Fuga man, if you are a man from Isako Central, carry your phone and you call any of my cousins in your place, they will tell you how I am. They will tell you whether or not I am tribal. It's not a matter of this thing. I'm not even engaging anybody. I'm not talking about it. I'm not. Because I think I will stop picking calls now.
But those
because people are taking this.
No, I am an educated person now. I went to Auchi Polytechnic now. I have a HND. Yeah.
Okay, listen. We have on the first week of January.
Yes.
The governor announced, or the second week of January, the governor announced 13 permanent secretaries.
Yes.
On the 1st of February, the governor sacked 8 permanent secretaries.
Okay.
And those 8 permanent secretaries, no, you relax now, just assume.
Okay.
The governor sacked 8 permanent secretaries. He will sack one Benin man, he will sack one Isa man, he will sack one Ora man, then he will now sack 5 Afema men.
Okay.
What will be you now as the head of the Afema Union in Europe? What will you do?
If he sacked them, I have to look into. But I'm not in that feed. I think I have to consult people who are in that feed.
I am not in Lagos or London. I am not a stranger to government. I am the younger brother of the government. So we are all in that space.
So what we have the information we have about you, sir. People said you want to contest for Senate of Edo South. That's why you were doing that thing.
My brother, listen, I contested for governorship before and I lost money. I am not interested in. I don't even have a party card. I don't have no time for that kind of rubbish. I will never be.
Sir, we love you so much, sir. We love you. I can come anytime I come to Nigeria by March now. I will try to call you when I come to Nigeria to see you.
I've asked you a simple question.
Yes.
If you hear tomorrow that Pedro Obaseki, governor of Edo State, I have just sacked 8 permanent secretary is the highest point of civil service.
Yes.
I have just retrained people. Not that they were guilty of fraud, not that they were guilty of embezzlement. There is nothing like that.
Okay.
Then they were released of their service, disengaged. Not that they were retired because they have become old. No, some of them have 3 years, some have 5 years, some have 7 years. And I retrenched 8 of them. And when I'm retrenching 8, I will retrench 1 man from Ora. I will retrench 1 man from Benin. I will retrench 1 man from Mesa. And I will retrench 5 people from Puga. What will you do?
What will I do if you are retrenching? What I do, sir? You ask me a question. Let me put an answer to it, sir. No, so I was even defending you in our meeting, but you didn't let me talk. Now I was even defending you there. That I know I have heard about you before. Look at Pedro Obaseki now. So you see him, he have really exhibited himself as a as a tribalist person. He's a tribalist. He said they called the audio come out. Mr. Governor, we love you. Anybody want to call? My number is there. Call the telephone number there is +49 17 49 22. My telephone number to call and contribute to it +49 17 49 66 1566. I just called Pedro Obaseki. He don't let people talk. When you talk, allow people to talk. I ask him a question, he dodge it. What about land grabbing? What have you done about it? Omagwa, you say you are fighting for This man is a conny man. What anybody you want to call to support the Mr. Pedro. You see, he knew somebody had called him that guy is the one calling. Let me call my number again. My telephone number is +49 1749 661566. That's my WhatsApp number. So, brother, you saw what happened just now. So we will not allow this type of what do you call the mugots? What do you call this guy? The mugot or this idiot? Let me call him idiot. You said your mother is from Bilab. You are just a liar. And you're not saying that, okay, why can't you say they don't put the people of one for permanent secretary? You are this, that. Stop all these things. We will not allow people like this to destabilize the government of our excellency. This is the government we fought for. Imagine the government now. You say you don't even have a voter's card, and you are being appointed as which position they give you for there. You don't even have a voter's card, and they give you what position they give to you? EBS manager. We have a voter's card. See, Pedro, let me tell you, stop this your evil. If it's somebody that is pushing you, it will not work. We will not continue. See, we will continue to preach unity in our states, and we'll continue to preach love in our states. And we are advising you to come out and make public apology to the good people of Edo North, Edo Central, and the good people of Edo States and beyond. If you don't do that, that makes us to know that you are a tribalistic person. And we from the Edo South, we are publicly saying that you are not representing the interest of our people. You're not representing us. We don't want people like you in governments. We're also using this opportunity to send a message to His Excellency to drive you away from there. They have people who are qualified to take that position. You are on ground. They're asking you because you are burning it. You saw where you didn't read from. My good people of Edo State, I have succeeded in calling Dr. Pedro Obaseki. I want to apologize to our Edo North and Edo Center and Ijo people and all our Edo people. Please, Dr. Pedro Obaseki is not representing the interest of Edo State. He does not represent the interest of Edo South. We don't send him to speak for us. He is not representing us. He's fighting for his own, stomach infrastructure. And we will continue to defend our democracy. Our democracy of Governor Obaseki. We love him. People like Pedro cannot do nothing. Look at what he was saying in the audio. Look at what he was saying. Very foolish man. Pedro, do you think you can fall our governor hand?
Them of Edo South extraction. You don't see any now when you tell me now. When Edo will not tell my tamaba. Or mami ukmoyo yegwe. And I bokon your game here no some Edo. Okay, ni manwanigbe. Or serene if do here fefe, particularly manano with my school. Our school are you gebe or I dole we. Agboden ana temata and otion osioma otamama unu we are. Only a friend will tell you that your mouth smells. Right now, the Zedo or persons of Edo South extraction, as well as our collective local government areas, have become a race under siege. I know that it is more difficult to say it when our brother is at the helm of affairs in the state. Oviedo or Kariobutedoya. and no time no do we know. But ime iyoge ni gbije mewa wagare ni kemi ya fefe na ya nwagbe ibi edo imari le imari regbima in clear suspicions. If you look at the education sector, finance sector, every major sector, health sector, security, infrastructure, and management, everybody of Edo South extraction who can either play a role, a positive contributive role, or contributive roles, are either being totally sidelined, totally ignored, or where they are even in those positions already, they are being removed. You see, it must be made clear on a very empirical level that we currently constitute close to 60% of the land mass of this state, and also proportionately we constitute more than 58% of its population and geopolitical demography. So we must have, I use the word must deliberately, as an instrument and policy of government, that we cannot be shortchanged, put aside, dealt with, reduced in any way or form. So we are just wallpapering some of these things, and it troubles me. I got this morning a very instructive message from one of our very highly placed professors at the University of Benin, and he asked the question. I don't want to post this post here, but the thing is giving me a bad goose pimples. That all the institutions of higher learning in Edo State, none are situated in Edo State, in Edo South. The ones that were situated in Edo South, apart from maybe Igoriahi, have now been moved as satellite campuses or totally.
I want to question this man. He said the only institution so they did in the studio they do south, they don't carry and go and do north or Isha. This man, you are a liar. Oh. Who sent Polytechnic, they don't carry and come out. He still did there. They don't say who sent those State University of Science and Technology. They don't upgrade that. College of Agriculture, Education in Godaki. I know not in Godaki, what they call them education. Kadolo. They don't turn out to federal government, federal. If no Obaseki we do state na come even way. Awe man we Pedro, what pass a drug here? People tell me say they smoke drug, cocaine. Where bad drug now, where you rehabilitation, come to jail is not expensive. With the way rehabilitation, a drug will be my Jeff check. Only a come a way. So my brothers and my sisters, I am very happy today that we have said this truth. Yeah. Governor, look at we tell it for you. The people of Esan love the governor. I want to use the opportunity to beg our Esan. Continue to show your love and your support for the governor. During the election, I came out to beg you. It finished for this Pedro. Even though the law say my man come from Jamaica or Senegal, that doesn't concern us anymore. Don't come to Ishan land and compare election. Because you are saying you are fighting for your Edo South, but me, I'm not part of your Edo South. Me and my local government, we are not joining you to fight that tribalistic and Oba of Benin's tendency. We don't involve in it. For one, I will continue to do what I think is the best, and I will continue to comment at the appropriate time these criminals, to be putting them into the place where they are supposed to be. We put them into the pits. So They think by doing this, the Benin people will rise up. We have been marginalized. Who marginalize you? Nobody is marginalizing anybody. Our governor is doing the best that he knew. He's good for us. You're a brother to the governor. You're a brother to the governor. Governor give you position. Now, what have you done with that position by using the money to open a farm? Thank God the governor did put it for SSG. Yet we are Bedu State enough. Greedy people. My Esan people, brothers and sisters. My Onwa, my Esako. I beg you. Look, whoa, beg you. Continue to support the administration of Godwin Obaseki. We will continue to support him. And this is the best place where we can have the truth say. People love me because I refuse to be compromised. We know what happened during the election where Captain Osa sent people to call me. They offer me millions of naira. I didn't collect bribe. I prefer to live like a man than to die like a coward. I still continue to maintain my dignity today. I will better die in good name. You saw what happened? Hello? Domo. What? Only tie Pedro namu. Is it tie mamu ona do mu? You may.
I said the guy don't deny. He said the blackmailer. He said that blackmail. The guy changed his mind now.
The political career You
say you did hear say he want run for senators. He said not get that for that dirty thing. Hey, you know what? All this kind of politics of nepotism, we need to stop. Now, what did they have for national stage with this?
Okay.
We will not be carry power from other people.
Okay.
If you let this politics of nepotism settle down, it is hard to carry that power come off from there.
Okay.
Where all of us, we were there in diaspora, where we back Obaseki. Not be people where there that be do there, not be them. Now we the diaspora that put Obaseki for there.
Yes.
I know how much I spent.
Okay.
I know how much I spend for my own people. Make the day carry bus, go stay for line. They see back water, with the tree for line.
Oh.
I spend money where me Obaseki, we make sure say Obaseki get power.
Okay.
All this the Pedro, what he do? He go to sit down for China television. Not be that one bring vote.
Yeah.
Not be that one bring vote. Now we were there abroad.
Okay.
Now we mobilize our people, make them go vote for Obaseki.
Okay.
And we dey make sure say Obaseki, what we say they do, now they do so. Why believe people? Why they don't like the tax?
They do what woman.
That's what they do. Ali. They drive Ali come off for them.
Okay.
People we ready to do something for that land. They want witchcraft farm. They want to disturb them. Wait, why now? Why? So, pretty all this what Obaseki they do. It not be bad, not be good thing.
You say drive Benin. You say your mama from one. You say if na me, you say if na me, they can't drive or you basically come up for one.
You say what you go do. Now you say you don't dare to that guy.
Feed. People did that feed now. We will investigate.
You don't
Pedro no wow. Cocaine gile wa no cocaine. Wazua agbon. Yere wa watch me na Pedro agbon. Uwe wa edegbe la oto won ya contest.
If Papa send a message,
They
know the time we dey talk and come pass it down pass it. Maybe they say where they worry them, they will still go confess.
Yes. Yeah, one man.
Just send a message. If they go talk and come pass it down pass it. I say
The guy don't give me chance. So somebody guy give me chance. I one maneuver. I'm just.
You say, then you ask and say, what is my people wait to sell land for Edo South? Wait till you can't talk another thing. He can't dodge the question. You don't want to talk about land grabbing.
Yeah, tiene have body boy na rin lang yung guwe ko na sige wa fia.
Okay, so see, for Obaseki, the agreement we get with Obaseki is say, amongst we were the diaspora.
Yes.
All of us say, after Obaseki, the power they move to go Edo Central. That's all we. Now the agreement we make with that.
But in the tomat now, they speak for us. Na Edo South, Mr. Edo South. Na be Mr. Edo South now.
After Obaseki, they will go. All of us, as we support Obaseki, as believing speaking people, that's how we go see support each man.
Okay.
That's how we talk. That was the agreement. That was the agreement.
They pain as well. All those olden days political style where they'll tell say, now we be majority. Like, we don't see that kind of thing again.
That one not go work again. We don't dey want that kind of politics again. Now what did they happen for national between?
For America, Obama na majority. Obama na majority will become president for America. No vessel. Obama na majority for America where he can become president.
It's a minority now. It's a minority.
The guy not go feel sleepy. He disgrace the governor. At last, he may go apologize. He said no. He said no. Don't you think it is better for you to go apologize? No, Pedro have come to disgrace himself, not Obaseki. No, when he Pedro do disgrace a political career again, he for finally. Audio ni forever and ever no one la the position of by happy. I voted there again. I will be going to again. Oh, where you have a position if you some have your name if you do. And we did indigenous. Yes.
All these Yahoo boys. He said make we know underestimate the brain where they get. He said they just a little bit confused. That brain where they do all these things with computer so for this Western world where we did, all those people they look for them. They use that brain, they go transform that brain with them
into computers work.
People will not smart, they don't use computer do something. He said make them come, make we not drive for these people, make we bring them come in. May we use that brain to do better things.
Pedro Mabegoni. Pedro, you don't see that one. Who Pedro?
What's better past that word?
Pedro, you don't see what Obaseki they do. You blind? We were Pedro. Hey, my brother. Shut up your mouth. No, tell me about brother again for you. You trying to come and fool our governor?
They bring different initiatives. They come out. They want to stop this guy. That's what you want to say. Don't go school. This is where go school pass. You will not go school. They don't say another person not go school. Oh, you want to build university for inside.
Okay, he said the governor they carry off school now they go and do not. The school when you prove school the governor man they do not here. They don't need to be those states. Me don't understand this man. Oh. We get University of Benin there. We get Benin University. We get Basic University. In the university already do that one we get College of Education in Kadolo. We have one more. Another one I be BS when they put me go work. Idiots.
Every region, and then give them when they go bring their own person come. That's it.
They don't know what you wait they work for EBS.
You don't do and nobody they talk about commissioners anymore. Now another thing they talk now.
What do
that one now?
This guy will feel president governor. What I think be wa ya mo ban gbe wa na ba mo gimi. Don't mo gisi gboro ni e wa gbe wa.
See we all this way they do. Now They don't fit chop again. That's why they all these things when they use when they say what they use the money to do.
I use tire.
They say no. Say make it they bring the money come. Other kind of politics, it is go forever. You know, that kind of politics not go happen for a job. As far as we were in the diaspora, as far as we they exist, all that kind of politics when they do before, we not go allow them again for that land.
He said, oh,
we will never allow those kind of politics again.
Thief.
Who will define make it enter there? Like go enter. Some of all those useless people wey matter there.
About you know to your faithful. In I will expect to say go answer that land grabbing issue now. Why you not go fight? Why you not? You want fight for permanent secretary?
That's why Mama come from.
Oh, one. Tomorrow your mama come from Delta. Next tomorrow your mama na Igbo. 419. And you want come? You say you want contest of governor before now, so you for take rule the governor. You carry the whole position, give Benin person.
No, be the person for governor. What this person, this party.
Go me as call Osarode Ogido Benin man. Osagbovo, you are chief of staff. SSG no Benin. No, they be Calabar people, Calabar Ozuo. I owe you no apology. You are useless. They say me I not curse you, but you are a fool. You are a big fool. See you will give position. Now be chairman of ABSO. Where MBS a YouTube there?
No, I never see him.
They just chop the money, no they do anything. Farm. He carry farm. If okay, see cocoa carry go no ni am the EBS na ya dollar EBS or ya see cooking. Go organize a way for a train foul. You want to do governor or well, now so if I tell you the governor say shall people not go work, they don't give them work, they don't give us a work. Oh, well, political career, your political career is there.
Now the kind of politics when they play for America, it should say the American and I.
People that are watching my program, they are eminent citizens. They watch me.
I'm not for you, I'm for everybody. Make they just forget all that kind of politics when they do in the olden days.
Benin people and majority. Who sent you that one? Who sent you?
Forget that one.
Who said you say you don't get card to vote, but you get position? Me will spend millions of naira where my position?
Yes.
Idiots. I think so. Yes, I say you don't get card to vote.
As you get power as a majority, that's what the law provide that minority power to minority too. In a balance of power, one group not go they dominate the politics. We not all that kind of politics.
I just imagine for government house, who be Osarode Ogido Benin, who be chief of staff, no be Benin. All those positions no be Benin. We show me champagne for government house. Error. Obaseki should start. See, I'm going to send people to go and protest from Uromi. I will look for money to send people to Uromi to go and protest for Aunchi. Maybe they tell me there's a key come on for there. You are a very stupid man. You're not fit to hold a public position. Look at what you are saying. You're holding a government position. A government position that cover this. And you are saying this nonsense, this nepotism. You are very stupid. Your family should call you. You're not the only one smoking cocaine. You are an idiot.
You dare educated. They talk like that.
Oh, make sense, yeah. Okay, if the governor say there's no Benin people there, why can't you write a letter to governor? Your excellency, some Benin people. It's not like this. You come, indigenous. It was even proud to be saying indigenous. I go about using indigenous organization. Indigenous.
You say why? Then you ask and say why you don't do this kind of conversation in the closed door? Talk to her.
You know, let me talk like the all sharp, all fast. If me head they go,
if you want to be, must you go and do video? Why you not call Obaseki direct?
Say uncle, say senior brother.
Call her for phone, tell her direct. Why must you do audio?
They should remove you. Go EBS, go shout. Nobody know. Oh no, you yourself. Oh my, where will be Pedro? Idiot.
Nobody talk. Nobody will talk herself. You to say you not talk, and I mean for no who knows. Say who care for what they talk.
Nobody even know you are my man now. Just because you're a brother to governor, people say they say you talk. Nobody know you. Because they put it for Arise News. Nobody even know you. You are on no person. Am I aware?
Nobody know you for that.
Up you, my cousin. Go shut up your mouth.
Nobody know you for that. Better people they talk. They talk.
Look at people you are marginalizing. Marginalizing the Ishan people. Ishan people you are marginalizing. These people complaining. What Baba? What? Look at what you are doing. Causing a bigot, what they call a bigot, ethnic, a racist bigot, a bigot. I don't know how to call it for English. You are very stupid, Mr. Pedro. I don't insult my senior. You are a stupid man. Upon all the good name, glory the governor have brought to our states, you're not coming because he give you a job. Or have you leave this job and go and work with Zeyamu to give you job? Do you know how much you are collecting every month from EBS? Where is the achievement? Come and tell us you are cutting my phone. How about talk where key your heads? Now see the money they give to you to put a farm. Don't have respect for you. Excellency, we love you so much, sir. We'll continue to nobody hate the governor. When we hate trade again, you talk this video will go viral, people will start protesting. Hey, nobody care about you. The governor, we love him. If anybody want to contest any position for Edo State, the governor let him bring him. He dictate, leave him like that. We love him like that. See, otherwise they are all fooling themselves. This one won't work. Our governor is a good man. We love him so much, and we love him. We man love him. We love him like our husband and wife. They love themselves. That's what they love. Obaseki, carry go. You are too much. Pedro, resign tomorrow morning, because you cannot be serving a state that comprised of 18 local government and you will be an ethnic bigot or higot. It's not fair. You have to resign and tender a popular apology and resign from that your position. You are just a big fool. Are you fooling yourself now? Eh? Eh? Get out from there. Hello?
Ogiso
Baba, wato.
When the Pedro backing us in back, you know, and if back that means he don't boost the political career. You know, he don't finally creep one. He not get any political career. As far as those states is concerned, nobody go reach the upper of Benin, go reach Adasoshomole, go reach Izeyamu, go reach Kayosodugu. None of them again will ever sit in the power in any seat for as far as Edo State politics is concerned. We will do diaspora. We know what it takes to develop a country. Now let's talk about Europe. You see the Europeans, they develop their people. You see the way that they do their people there. Once their people, if their people cough, their leaders will shake. This is what we call democracy in action.
Okay.
Governor Obaseki have been able to prove to Edo people that government is really a servant of the people.
Okay.
Let's talk about immunity. Let's talk about somebody that is very, very. When I'm talking, as in somebody that is very, very patient, somebody that is very, very low, as in Obaseki put himself down for everybody to get access to her. And that is why they are having the guts to treat him like this.
Okay.
Because during that social time, I don't see anybody where those state way there to insult that social media the way all these idiot, all these rascals still get the mind to insult Obaseki. One, let me tell you. They are talking about say Obaseki no they work. my brother, as I talk to you, so all over Edo State, Obaseki has 96 projects worth billions of naira that is going on all over the 3 senatorial districts in Edo State.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about Pedro talking about tribalism, talking about the Benin people are being marginalized. That is black lie from the pit of hell.
Okay.
Let me tell you, the chief of staff to the governor is a Benima.
Okay.
The secretary of state, as in the secretary to the governor, is a Benima.
Okay.
Now let me tell you, they are talking about SSA, they are talking about secretaries, they are talking about other government staff inside that government house. Let me tell you something. If I open mouth now, you come be like say, some people go no say that they marginalize them. So it is better I just keep quiet. Because let me tell you, Philip Shaibu, 80% of the people working with Philip Shaibu are from Edo North.
Okay.
60% of the people working with Governor Godwin Obaseki are from Edo South.
Okay.
The many 30% or 20% that are working inside that government house are from Edo Central.
Okay.
The highest rate of people in Edo State government house are Benin people. Iviedo or Buse Uwe government house.
Wato erane. Agmo ama we emonu bi emnu ruli boy agmo ama. Unu ami mata as we talk to so the God of our ancestors will bless you. Pedro, who has Pedro, emnu ruli mama won ya kuwe ka wa be Benin indigenous organization ni morima ni maniro ni agmo ama ya. Ema ni beji na uwe wa hula dari wa hula ri me tie body. E Pedro awede gbe gbanu wa ya anakuwa ko ba Benin kuwa kan sun wo awe gbanu wa pe wa wa ri government Obaseki ni wa na wa iri agmo ni wo jibari awe e dog wa iri agbo awe koko won ha be ya si wa guys see upo wa hen ga bi e Pedro who ada ha wuji Pedro agmo de gbe ma we e government ni ma vote na wa do muri ya brother ihun re Pedro no kwa ha won.
This Pedro will open mouth they talk to Obaseki so this is a man that was 89% frustrated in Lagos State as at 2014.
Okay.
This man was a nobody.
Okay.
He was a nobody. Immediately Governor Godwin Obaseki became governor, he took him in and made him who he is today. And I can boldly tell you, before Governor Godwin Obaseki came on board, Pedro cannot boast of 1 million naira in his account. It is clear. It is clear. But now, I can boldly tell you that Pedro can boast of 10 billion in an account.
Okay.
As at now, I can tell you this. It is clear because Governor Godwin Obaseki is not just that Pedro has a farm. You know how many contracts Pedro they collect from government house? Greedy person.
And
may God punish him.
He said,
may God punish him for this bad.
He said,
he has been to Governor Godwin Obaseki. May God punish him for it. How much they won't give you? They tell you for senatorial city. They deny say not get party card. You see Pedro, you see like he's telling you that he does not have a party card because I listened to him. He said he does not have a party card. Pedro is a black liar.
Okay.
As I'm talking to you, there are negotiations going on for Pedro to get those senatorial seats. Maybe waiting they happen, and maybe the battle where they battle now. Those senatorial seats, now they battle now. Maybe waiting they play now. That's why they bring all this nonsense to table. Okay, now when they talk about that they talk say Obaseki no they work, Obaseki no they work. I can't need to call some people for those states. Personally, I call my father. I say, you personally, you be DSS deputy controller for Edo State.
Yes.
What did they happen? Obaseki they work. What did they happen? My dad told me specifically, he said, in terms of security is the only problem in Edo. And with the security parameter is not in government hand. It's not the Edo State government hand. He said security is being controlled by the federal government.
Okay.
He said that is why it is hard for Governor Godwin Obaseki to contain it. He said anytime Governor Godwin Obaseki is trying to question some top security officers in Edo, they will tell him to go to Abuja.
Okay.
Only Abuja and he called them. Okay, now, what Governor Godwin Obaseki is now doing is that he now have to bring people who he knows that he can work with.
Okay.
Please, I want my state to be secured. And this is what Governor Godwin Obaseki is doing. They are talking about land grabbing. Obaseki is not working about land grabbing. These people, they are betrayers. Edo people, most especially Benin people. Benin people not good. They're not good. They don't like better thing, because no, truth now, they don't like better thing.
They said their land now. Tomorrow now, also nice shine tonight. They do the land grabbing now. They say now nice and nice cause.
I want to tell you one secret. I want to tell you one something. And this thing, take it or leave it, but now the truth I want to tell you so. What make me say Benin people not good? You remember when Governor Godwin Obaseki talked about Edo State artifact that he was going to build a museum. These same Benin people, this Ilebinu misblood, these castrated animals, they came out, they were talking nonsense. They were saying that Governor Godwin Obaseki is trying to intervene in traditional issues.
Okay.
Remember, as at that time, Governor Godwin Obaseki was almost an inch of signing. He wanted to sign punishment for land grabbing into law.
Okay.
In Edo State.
Okay.
But after that incident, they were talking nonsense. Some people, all those slaves from Oba Palace, they were talking. Obaseki should stop trying to intervene in land grabbing. He should focus on quality government reputation. He should leave traditional institutions alone. Meanwhile, they forgot that this thing now where they happen. Now, Edo people now they cause because I wish the alert Governor Godwin Obaseki to interfere. He would have done all this. These things will be where they say, man, you they say and say you sell land for two people. Governments can't know. They carry you go there. They know they judge on 14 or 15 years imprisonment.
Okay.
All of them will start to use their head. They will start using their head. And Governor Godwin Obaseki was almost an inch to it, but they started talking, they were insulting him because they feel that the billions of naira coming with the artifact was going to better their life. So they wanted the artifact to go to the palace. The man stopped everything. The man stopped. I love Godwin Obaseki. I love that man so much.
Yes.
I love him. He's a nice man. Immediately they started insulting him. He looked at it and he said, okay, it's none of my business. After all, I was trying to do it for my people. He withdrew. Immediately he withdrew. Fire don't they burn there now. All of them don't they shout. They don't they shout, say Fulani, they invade the community. Okay, now, Governor Godwin Obaseki, okay, I wish you watch the town hall meeting yesterday when he do town hall meeting.
Oh, yeah.
That you would have so many things he said about the town in the town hall meeting.
You send that for me. Send the video for me. I watch him.
This man, Governor Godwin Obaseki, is a God sent to Edo State. I wish we fit get theory of Governor Godwin Obaseki come on board. After him, another person come. After him, another person come. I swear, Edo State go find pass Europe. Edo State go find pass Europe because the man focus. Even with all the distraction, if you see now, many social media presenters, when they share 500,000, share 1 million for, you know where that money come from, you know what they do. Now, make the fire Obaseki now. Go check out.
You know, so whether it does at all the Murphy 500 million. Is it they say maybe they come collect for 500 euro. So now Oba share the money. Maybe they call it bombard Obaseki 500 euro.
Yes, now make the fire Obaseki. Now make them share that money. If you look at 80% of presenters who are in Europe, all of them are social Obaseki they talk to because the man live there. The man not they care. The man just focus to help Benin people. That's why they get the boldness they insult. During that social letter, they not try now. They're not born there now. But because Obaseki keep them quiet, they insult and they do all sort of things to her. Now, we'll talk about. Now, we'll talk about say this man now. Whether they talk so say the land grabbing issue. Now you focus on so the security. Whether they talk about Obaseki is actually working. They give us sleepless nights. And not many times Obaseki they call TSS controller for Edo State now.
Okay.
That's what Obaseki they call commissioner of police for Edo State. And not many times they call AIG. Immediately you watch them and see and say the thing happen on Edo State. Most especially the one way happen for Ovia. I know how many times that day. I know how many times Obaseki call commissioner of police that day. More than 10 times. They call and they tell her what is the situation. What did they happen? Commissioner will say we are working on it. We are working on it. We are working on it. If you look at now, the more they try, this guy is trying. Oh, Obaseki need this. May they support her. May they support Governor Godwin Obaseki to drag this
Sudani man, this Sudani Oba, this Nubian man, this bastard. I know you Nubian
man. They are working tirelessly to destroy this man. That is why, because if you look at now, everything Pedro said, nothing makes sense. You know, normal human being will go school. Those of us who are educated, we know what is going on. We know when we see redevelopment, we know. For the first time in the history of Edo State, that the tie road they do underground drainage. For the first time in the history of Edo State, say the tie road they do underground drainage. Obaseki don't start for history. These people, Benin people, they don't like better thing. They're blind. They don't like better thing. God forgive me, I be Benin man. But what they are saying.
Now, the people like the Pedro, everything I'm destroy career. Me, I don't know.
As far as Pedro is concerned, let me tell you, when Governor Godwin Obaseki was contesting for second term ambition, he almost give up. Now we did the diaspora, and we tell us say continue. Go any party you go win. They're not the Ajura. We know how many billions Tinubu carry command. We know how many billions Oshomole carry command. When I know what I do for my own word. I do on Facebook Live. My younger brother did. Who you want vote for APC? How much? We'll give you 10,000 vote for PDP. We'll give you 5,000 vote for PDP. We'll give you 2,000 vote for PDP. I know how.
I share money for my village. They say PDP bring 80,000 come. My village, I hold meeting. Not be only my village. I see if I lie, may God destroy me and my generation. I send people go different. See, my community, they love me. You don't ever see say they come they swear for me for my village, but my neighboring village. Say I be Orionba. Just say once. Very soon, Oba Abini will go meet there for my village now. Wait. Very soon, Oba Abini will go meet there for my village. He will go backstage manager. I mean, they can't swear for me. He will sit down as I your talk and now he will go stage manager. He's an idiot. Before now, one more time, you see, I said, they sing one. They say they swear for me for my.
Let me tell you.
Yes.
Nothing. I'll tell you something here. Nothing. Where snake, when you go feed to the back of tortoise, nothing go happen to you.
I'm new, Baba.
You will continue to progress. You will continue to live in good health, and things will continue to go well for you. Anybody where they plan death, where they plan sickness, where they plan anything against you, now in head, you will take carry on. As long as it be day and night, no they meet together. Sickness, death, not one will meet you.
I mean,
except say God will create the heaven and the earth. Nice supporter. If any man try to become God on earth, he go there go meet God.
Now God go. Then go see all Bob no go exist again. They be exist last one. Okay, I will soon wagmo. I dey be your bar. All bar will never exist again in that land. See, the wife tell me, mother be now tell me say if Oba Benin born, Imara Bay, I tell me that one. You know what they say they do? Imara Bay cannot lie to me because me with them very close. He said anytime we take born, he will put 50 million naira for the baby account. When naked and I need see, my brother, now I'm going to reveal some secret come out to see the land where they share that man. Oh, to know government reserve. They say you carry government reserve. You will carry go the share until they do gift for your children. Even England can even have 10,000 acres. See how frustrated people. Oh, okay. We man, Pedro Pedro Owo, Pedro Eva, Pedro Agmode gbe ma we gba wo nenu are agbonse. Who are wa be that boy cooking on her boy Pedro. So you don't see all those things, Pedro. Indigenous Benin or boy wa gon who wa gbon. E ba gbe idiot.
See, let me tell you the truth. The reason Edo State is not developed is because of the Benin people. Because they know they use it as better thing. They don't like better thing.
Now the people like the Pedro, we don't drink water for Oba Palace. And that water now make Benin not progress. That water where they drink.
Only Pedro. The movie.
Over 1 minute now. The movie doesn't drink the water.
The movie, he messed up big time. He don't know. Okay. It is as they do this thing about talk, and I will make things better for all these things where the movie they do. Tell they come, you see, you remember say somebody told this thing for live broker. Tell they come when we say the movie, he go see, he go regret for a life. He go regret and go say, I will say, I know, that's he get away.
Our court case when now the 28th na judge see me Kate response. So the lawyer will go take. Yes. I don't know how my phone number tell it Maria Bay hands. If Oba wife.
Jesus.
See what happen no. I go take lawyer. I know how sensitive my case is. I can never reveal my identity of my lawyer. I was very surprised. Say in Maria Bay, they even communicate with my lawyer. I was shocked.
Jesus.
I asked Maria Bay, say, why you would write to my lawyer now? Because me know say the Maria Bay na Onoba na ile be no miss blood. So I want to go and told my lawyer, say my lawyer beg don't they communicate with this woman, no? But my lawyer no listening. Because if my phone number of my lawyer reach Maria Bay hands, the phone number will still reach Oba hands. Or where woman where you don't first sleep with before, you know, will hard you to sleep with again. You understand? So you don't born 2 children for Oba. So listen, you're listening, give me like 5 minutes, I explain this thing. So okay now, in Maria Bay, now he cry, come meet me, say, see all the atrocity we about Benin they do. Now I carry voice record, now I record all of them. Me I not be mugu. I don't understand so. Everything Maria Bay tell me, but when we can't go court now, they want to go court. I can't tell Maria Bay can't defend it. He tell me Maria Bay, he say, waiting you want to talk, say they collect PK for her. And the lawyer asks us, look, you are the one this accusation what they accuse me of. Can't defend her. So now I make me come get another lawyer. That time I can't me. You understand so? Now, yes, you call the people where they support me. You see, now inside they cry, come and people support me. Now before now they don't support me. You get one group who we form. If you want ask money for this kind of case now, the group they will donate money for me. You get one woman, one of my mom who dey for France. That woman, Mama B, they call her. He go rally people for the group. Sometimes 500 euros to support the money, or sometimes 700. Maria Bay enter the group, codedly. He destroy everything. My brother, I dey face pain here. People they see say maybe I be betrayer. I don't me and Maria Bay not get anything we gotta do to plus I be now she be betrayer. Now she and the Oba. So see all those things, so bros. Me I just knock this thing now. You see, Maria Bay now he cry come meet me say Oba be kill him, mama. This one happen. Now so DSA everything will happen to her. He tell me everything. See me nobody green any people neglect her. I can't hustle. The money when me don't give me Maria Bay, follows the money we see my friends give me, I give Maria Bay, it's more than 4,000 euro. It's more than 4,000 euro. It's more than 4,000 euro. I get all this in this my online bank. Now statement of accounts with people that come out. So Maria Bay now grateful human being. So now we can ask Maria Bay after Maria Bay do all those things now. Now the thing they echo back. So now they're good now. So now I can ask Maria Bay, look, this thing we do, not really that one I do. Again, one of my mommy for America. That mama USA now, where they call me, where they call sometimes our mommy. Imarabe go spoil me for where that woman did. Spoil me too much. That woman and that mommy, no, I don't call her woman mommy. If that woman a bad person, that mommy a bad person, if you don't neglect me. After that woman say, now that woman can't tell me, say, now so you be not like mama, not be like that too. Imarabe, he spoil me finish. You see that woman, where that Igbo woman, who will come build house for that time, now will never complete and finish. Now remember, who come up and build house. Imarabe could tell people say, "Na my mama be that one." My mother died 2021. My mama died. How that woman tell me my mother? Eh?
Hey,
see, this Miss Blood, all those people like Pedro, I believe are Miss Blood. See, this Miss Blood, we must be very careful with them. I think you understand. So, every time Mother Be tell me, Mother Be not come and come prove her. Or Mother don't prove it. So, let me come and see Mother Be want to say all those things what they do. So, why you not come out for live video, can't talk the whole words? No, be say, money when me don't give him Maria Be. Iyore. Now make Iyore come see me finish, but my team me fool. Mother Be tell me say Papa no well. Now go meet Iyore. You don't give me almost about I don't know whether 100 or something. I don't remember how much. And if you need ungrateful pay, you know now. They look us. The way they born there for that useless family where they from come. They look the rest person will be their slaves. Now so mother basically get that pride, say will be their slaves of Yoba. You understand? So you see that Imaria Bay. My brother, you know, sometimes I go to beg people. Before, I get places for America where they give me help. I don't know Imarabe. All these people they write comment now. Some people they use fake accounts. They are my close ally. Imarabe will write them. Maybe Imarabe. He will tell me I call they talk about her. How they take your man. How they tell me about they talk. If they talk Imarabe, they write to all these people. So these people they support me now. Imarabe will go meet these people they help me, my brother. Ni vede no muna yo. Imarabe they tinya giere o man o that a miss blood in a miss blood in or warrior. A miss blood in me. You know the help I do for this woman. When you go to the gear, moment I go ya.
Most of the time, who they say
well, no, we are can lie energy. However, now you tell me say, okay, you want to come make a witness. Okay, we can't make a witness. Now we will come make good stage. You know, I go and write your statement. Make I see whether your statement relates to what your husband accused me of. Or when you make a court in nowhere. The case in court is between Ogiso versus by not be Imarabe versus court. Not be DDA. And the lawyer talk and say, a judge court talk and say, people want to come. If you come from Greece, come testify for Germany here. If she not say she not fit come, not say testify they collect picking for your hand. They are not interested about that one. Now what did they accuse me of? I talk and say about they use our people they do drink ritual water, ritualist na it be.
Yes, they do
I
sacrifice.
say they must sacrifice na part of their culture. They kill us. They kill people anyhow.
Bro, I go send you the news. If not that one, I go send you the news. I'll send you news. Wait, they say the power room. Wait, they say the papa close. power room way Oba area were closed.
Okay.
When they use human being to be open. This Oba come, may not reach 2 weeks. No big open that power room. Power room where for the use human being to do sacrifice. He open now, the room now, it don't open now. It don't open now. That one that the power of divinity where they use. It don't open that power room. That power room, up till now, it they feel better. If they are just saying a lie, may they tell people, may they send people from Germany here, may they call people for me go call people for Benin. Where they say they will go show the people that power room for inside palace. May they go check out that they don't see human head for inside there. May they go check people where they say they don't bury for inside upper palace, where they say they bury them without their head. The shadow grave where they say palace, where they say they bury people without their head, he did there. He did.
Not true now. See, see me.
If German authority ready, except say
No, see, me no, they don't ask me that one. What did they ask me? Me talk now say, see what they ask me. See what German ask me. They say, me talk and say the Oba Benin they usually drink ritual water. Now I say yes so. Now they don't go meet Isekure. They go they beg Isekure. Eh? Then they think say na Isekure. Now they tell me. You know this is what they think. They know how did they get my information. They think they imagine. You don't understand. Some kind of information will come blow out. The thing will shock them. So now, when they come see everything and they say, okay, we'll call negotiate. See, they offer me money. I know they after those one again. Then you say, Imaria B, what Imaria B tell me? Me record them. The day I go play and come out and the whole Benin they go scatter. This Imaria B na ungrateful person, no. Imana be no says all those things when they tell me say I the record am or my recording here. So what make me know now say Imana be with many things Imana be tell me. Imana be no fit come and come defend wetin he tell me. That mean say you are a coward. You are a coward. You are a coward now because you talk say you want to be witness for Germany here. And the more you come the shout Imana be achawo yebeble. Okay, now they don't compromise Maria B now. Hey, Maria B, you get children for there now. But when they tell me all these things, you know, remember, say they go kill my papa. Maria B will go here and go. Because when my papa die, after Maria B don't blackmail me finish, he don't spoil me. He goes. I don't want to mention some people name. Somebody for Italy. He go tell that one say they give me money to support me if I get problem. He go call that one, tell that one, say me they use that one name till they collect money. Me.
Jesus.
Okay.
Hey.
It do to the extent to email do anything Mama America. Me I call Mama America for here. Me you ask her if na lie they talk. You know how many people call me say Manabi they spoil me? They are more than 20. You know what people meet it there? Even Manabi they do all those things. Our people they will tell me I know what ask her will pretend. If Manabi I will they be man or whatever. See when my papa die, for the good I do for this miss blood. My papa die, first day my papa die, don't call me. Second day, third day, fourth day. If you be there ever give me €1 for since they born me, make I die born to accidents. Not be the same Europe where you deny me day. Not be the same Europe. If my people they tell me now say, hey, they all neglect her. And maybe the Ashawo work now. Now not be the same Ashawo work where they make the money. May somebody go make Ashawo money for work. So because your total na goods. May come carry the money come give you. Wow. Those people because they give me money, because they give me Marabe. Who they give me money go to Marabe? Who work anything? Oh, I can't let me do. I'm not a betrayer. Now you are the betrayer. See me see trouble. Trouble they sleep, nyaga go wake up. What can make can wear? My papa died. This English. Even go that mommy waiting for France. On the area new mind you. I get one mommy wait for more mommy for UK. A mommy in France. A mommy in America. A bros in Italy. Or in America. We be the man we 1 million na. When the problem we better than other mommy we are the lawyer na. Just imagine that in €100 and you make sure they just now. This is that money don't go far. He just block everywhere. Emi here block here there. Say emi esa gbon here we emi. Where awegman wiver odokpa e wava here la a beast blood e wa relation. Even if a tell la dernière vidéo gigen 500 euro asen di gigen na no we neki no na nyago. One nyago 250 euro who you get when they know or mara or no was na o here boy. Where we buo man we jo boni di jo bo evuna ma say 3 years ni ade una. On person wey they do help to support me for court case. If mother people go tell that person say that woman who they build us for, na my mama. How that woman to be my mama? Who tell you go the place? May you go. May I give the address? May you go ask whether the woman is my mama? That woman not be my mama. Or the woman a poor woman. Even up to tomorrow. Now only that 2 room with the Smiths. They not smell the house. I'm not. I would not carry the woman come and make people just smith and make they put window. When I talk say they want to put glass window for the house, they talk say 240,000 to glass the whole house and slicing window. Now we say what maybe a plan before we say not because of Bobby did it push me. I've said we'll put glass for the window. So the woman can collect her strength. Did they chop, my brother? Or when over America, boy to the and now if you come out for a side case, yeah, they you might be all right about where or give where do some mama because see people they help me now, they know they help me again. Because of Maria B, Green Snake in the year now, he will use fake account to the rights. Imagine me you way. Somebody they give me money before they support me. Mother will go meet her. He go spray me. He might be when we can't even there. Then might be they come meet me. Oh, tell me say the way about need to kill your mama. When they can't ask you, that me can't talk for court now. Who they don't give a okay. You do look me like a fool. I'll come and say, mother be I beg now. How do you look at yourself? I am not a fool. See, me, as I did swear, I know, see, one day, God will use somebody to say, Ogiso, how much you make for the lawyer? Before that very, not be on the 28th, did they expire. God will touch somebody when they say, how much you make, Ogiso? I will just pay once, not come out again. They teach history. God can change somebody to do me. Like my power waiting for UK. A pa, the help with I had to Tony. A pa will give me big money. You understand what I mean now? Just like say we take another second lawyer now. Our EPA for America, they donate $500. Come on. We're talking about 2,000 something. Immanuel be away the big one away. Bros. If they talk on people they betray Immanuel be a betrayer. Oh no, we're saying it. And what people they invest now be say people they help me, Immanuel be they go meet them. They spoil me.
I will destroy everything. Hey.
We mother be we me you na emi talatia. O taredian. We me la dian. We do body email and then we give you. Di me you na et me talking me na. Me ma okoa. Me ma do te me bi afa no ma me right me wa ba fitan la dia. Me ga we me man wete de wa mo de gbe. When my dog, more doing what be dodgy don't have be where every day gonna be called you. Oh, my fool, we're more doing up there. Oh, dear, Baro. Oh, we need to if you do my brother, money, I will tell. If you do me allow on the 28th, last day. Yeah, you're lawyer with the money. And the amount you had to pay every month, you do pay 100 euro. Yeah, maybe or maybe you yeah, my brother, he told ya, I mean, yeah. It must not a matter with me complain. ni complete oba o that's where band ni go e lawyer ni meri eva meri na eva on a case of €100 €50 a case nugueme aya I'm a lawyer no way. I'm a civil lawyer, I'm a criminal lawyer, I'm a different type of lawyer. I'm a case no can Nigeria no. If you not surprised when you do not if you do not go and many young. You in 1 million in Guana, you boy and many work be marina. Kubini we are never pay you young one many gua. You force him on one. Remember me mula na medero ni abi mukegbe ni abi force ya nwa me. Ebi e me ere ya we mi why fie kegbe esa oye esa ko boy. Muna try make una even though na naira na put am I get person for Germany here we go give me the money go change am to euro. Muna help me me not only one young boy we just say Ogiso you are be shouting take this money just tomorrow Saturday teach us history. It was balance. Me what me go the lawyer they what complete egba. My brother. Me my history where the history of Benin Benin it custom and horror. We might here. Me ya billion or ya we must sacrifice here. Me might only. Me ya work in my way. Me ya billion my way. These people decimate they are Nubians. Nubians in Yahoo. They are from Sudan. They were the Nubian people, the black king. They were once pharaoh. Yeah, man, not born. Yeah, man, not born. Baba, we say, ni ma we ti wa to baba, wa to. Yeah, we wa reme. Wa to. Wa uju bo me wa ge ya. E Pedro na ono o wa gbon. Owe in a Benin indigenous. Ya gbina yo bag ya form a group ni. So imene ila de vena na manu ha mi do e go do mi go we. Ma egun yare ni aje ni. Vini yare group ni no more man o ma o agun ama ya. No we e Pedro ehan lele ke Pedro kiyen ikoke o han gbiyan. E wo pa yara si ikoke Pedro re na we je e jonki. Government ni ma gbin na yo do mweria. No wa gbon. Your mama na onwa, your papa na Isha, your sister na Egbo. But you sure you because they fool yourself, say you be Benin not for permanent secretary. Oh, wagbon. So walato wala na do ya when I ne yo bona na you na strength. Ibe e Pedro we agbon ni goju bare awe. Odumo na ri Ogbon Obaseki ekunre. O kan sun wa fian we da gbon mo ti e bo ninu e ime mu ameni ya jasen nu nu sun wo te me permanent secretary EBS na mu we dey we ti e this idiot is the one controlling EBS wa to wa we say baba fin we wa we say
Okay.
botalaka. Ota botalaka nana bigo. Ota botalaka. Ota botalaka nana bigo. Ota botalaka. Ota botalaka nana bigo. Ota botalaka. Good evening, my brothers and my sister. I want to first of all play the voice recording of Dr. Pedro Obaseki. My name is Ogiso. I represent the unification for our descendants. So anything that will bring disunity among our ethnic, biological, ancestral roots, I am opposed to it. So I want to first of all play this audio which have been circulating concerning Pedro Obaseki. Okay, please listen.
We had the Muslim. Waya Budao, Nidian, Waya Lavizi. I will need here of Wagbro. Edimo Pedro Saro Sabudiame. No, we are going for not your Baseki. You don't see any now when you tell me now. When do we not Tematamaba or Mammy Moyo Yegwe? And I book on your game here, no son Zedo. Okay, ni manwanigbe. Or Serene, if you do here, particularly Manano with my school. Our Yesco, are you gebe? Oh, I dolewui. Agbode, Anna Temata. And Otioma, Osioma, Otamama Unwea. Only a friend will tell you that your mouth smells. Right now, the Zedo or persons of Edo South extraction, as well as our collective local government areas, have become a race under siege. I know that it is more difficult to say it when our brother is at the helm of affairs in the state. Oviedo or Kariobutedoya and Otemenodion, we know. But Yugi Nibiye Mewa Wararea Kemi ya fe na ya nwagbe Oviedo Imari in clear suspicions. If you look at the education sector, finance sector, every major sector, health sector, security, infrastructure, and management, everybody of Edo South extraction who can either play a role, a positive contributive role, or contributive roles are either being totally sidelined, totally ignored, or where they are even in those positions already, they are being removed. You see, it must be made clear on a very empirical level that we currently constitute close to 60% of the land mass of this state. And also, proportionately, we contribute or we constitute more than 58% of its population and geopolitical demography. So we must have.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see, so we have to discuss about reality. We love Governor Obaseki. We know something like this will come to be. So I have seen Pedro before. Dr. Pedro, I will give you respect because of your brother who is a governor. I would not like to insult you, and we respect you because of your brother who is our vacancy governor. And I would like to talk. That is the best thing. So my brothers and my sisters, historically, the people of Esako, they all migrated from Igodo. They ran away because of the genocide, the human sacrifice of the Oba of Benin. All history from Okpila to Okpepe, from Okpepe to Uneme, from Uneme to Aganibode, from Aganibode to Auchi, from Auchi to Fuga. Everybody have said it that they ran away from massacre, genocides, because of the religion and tradition of human sacrifice, which the Oba of Benin, who happened to have migrated from the land today known as Sudan, which are called the Nubian people. If you want to really know more about the history of the Oba of Benin, please, you have to check the Nubians. Check it on Google, Nubians. They are from the east. So even though some people are trying to fool themselves, we all know have the facts. The Nubians are related to the Fulanis. That's why the Oba of Benin said they have a bond with the Fulani. But the Nubian people were destroyed by the Arabs. When they were destroyed, that is how they found their way to different parts of West Africa today, which they are still holding power till tomorrow. The Oduduwas, they are Nubians. Historically, they were once the pharaohs of Egypt before they were destroyed. Today, the Nubian people have in power. So I just want to know who is, you see, when Pedro was talking, he's trying to create an ethnic division, which the Oba of Benin have been using to ruin our people's lives. Bini. Mr. Pedro, we want to know where the Eastern people come from, where the Owan people come from. We want to know. We want to know where those people come from. We don't know where they come from. You must tell us where they come from.
number dialed is not allocated.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, I must respond to Mr. Pedro Obaseki. I must respond to him. When I was young, I remember in 1991, during the time of Abiola election, this is how Lucky Benedion lost the election. With this type of sentiments, division amongst our people, misleading information. I am not afraid of truth. The Fulanis who are ruling Nigeria today, they are not indigenous to our land. I want to know from Mr. Pedro Obaseki, are the Asian people indigenous to Edo State, or the word Benin? I don't understand. Mr. Pedro, I want you to explain to us, what does the word Benin means? Who are now the rest people? So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be very, very respectful in dealing with anything that have to do with His Excellency. During the election, I went to school. I know to be a governor in Edo State, the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria says you must win a simple majority in 12 local governments. What that means is that the Constitution says you must win ahead of your opposition in 12 local governments. The Constitution never said because you have 90% of the vote in 7 local governments, that will make you to be governor of Edo State. I was embarrassed, I was ashamed, I was disappointed in the word of Pedro Obaseki. I see Pedro Obaseki as someone who is looking for a political position. Mr. Pedro, what you have done with this audio have really shows to the people of Edo State that you are being used. I don't want to expose your secrets. I don't want to reveal your secrets out to the general public, but I would like to address you. I know you can be used. You see, there is no permanent enemy in politics. Politics is about permanent interests. People have been complaining to me that Obaseki is not giving out money. Obaseki is not giving out money. If I am not mistaken, Mr. Pedro or Dr. Pedro, this is not how you people expect Obaseki to have governed it. In your own theory, you are thinking that our brother is a governor, let him be dishing out the money, just like what Lucky Benedion did. Lucky Benedion was giving out the money. You say, my uncle or my cousin have been governor for 8 years. We have not collected the billions. We have to be corrupt. We have to be this. I want to first of all give a kudos to our executive governor of Edo State. People are complaining, oh, the governor is not doing this. The governor doesn't come out on air to say, oh, if he tie a route, he will come and use 500 billion on media to show to the world. Even we know what the past administration did. They go to CNN, go to the money they will use to advertise or to showcase the job they have done will be even more costly, more than the money they have used in carrying out this infrastructural development. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ogiso. I want to use this opportunity to appeal to our Esan sons and daughters and our family. I want to use this opportunity to tender apology to our Ijo brothers who are living in Edo South. I want to use this opportunity to tender apology to our Ishekiri brothers and sisters who are living in Edo South. I'm also tendering apology, a public apology to our Igbanke, our Igbo brothers who are living in Orion local government. I am tendering a public apology on behalf of our Edo South people to the people of Edo North and Edo Central, Onwa, Akwedo, Afemais, and the Esans, the Jos. Edo State, historically, we have one aboriginal status. The Ishan people did not migrate from Sudan like where the Oba of Benin come from. The Onwa people did not migrate from Sudan where the Oba of Benin come from. This audio Dr. Pedro have released. In the audio, Dr. Pedro referred that in the past governorship election, that the 81,000 votes which the governor used in defeating Izeyamu, that the about 78,000 votes come from the Edo South. That the Benins are the majority, 60% of the majority. That the Benin supposed to be controlling the government's position, 63% or 60%. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to share this video. If you don't understand simple English, I would like to use broken English to also complete it. My great people of Edo State, I am the only surviving bold man who is not afraid of truths, and I will say it. No matter where you are watching me from around the world, I don't want to condemn or insult Dr. Pedro Obaseki because of our excellency. Because of His Excellency. Ladies and gentlemen, I live many years in Benin, Onero, the local government. I was born in Onero, the local government. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 7 local governments in Edo South. Without a doubt, this past election, I came out, I beg our people, I did all my possible best alongside with our supporters. We didn't see anything Pedro did during the election. But they are the one they are benefiting. Dr. Pedro Obaseki is having a position in this government. It's a part of this government. They say politicians are hypocrites. We always know that. But I want to say a point. We are talking about the population. It's talking about 60% or 65% of the population that are from the Edo South. Dr. Pedro, I want to draw your attention. I was born in Uredu local government, 70s. The population of the people that voted Governor Obaseki in Uredu local government, the population of Benin, the Benin-speaking people that live in Uredu local government, they are not up to 20% of the population. I repeat, the Benins who live in Uredu local government, they are not up to 20%. When we are talking about the people who are living in Uredu local government today, the highest population of the people who have the population in Uredu local government are the Ishans, Deltas, and the Edonots, the Igbos. 78% 78% of the population of people who are living in Oredo local government are those people you are not marginalizing. These are the people who constitute 78% of the population. My people, my great people of Edo State. If you want to know my statistic, go to a house in Ogbulaka Street. Look at the tenants. The people who live in those houses, they are not Benins. They are debtors and the Asians, and they do not. I am disappointed in Dr. Pedro Obaseki. The reason why I have not yet insulted you or disrespect you is because of the governor of Edo State. Because if I am doing something like this, it will look like maybe the governor sent me to insult you. And this is just a word of an advice to Dr. Pedro Obaseki. You don't have the interests, and you are not representing the interest of Edo South. My people, I speak the voice and the mind of our people from Edo South. Dr. Pedro Obaseki is not deaf, is not blind. Dr. Pedro Obaseki is watching the activities of the land grabbing that is going on in Edo South. I want to ask you, Dr. Pedro Obaseki, are you blind? Are you deaf? Are you not seeing these people like Eba Magba, Honorable Matuido Yekime? Those people you are claiming that they are Edo South, they are being marginalized. Don't you see the atrocity, the evil, and the satanic actions these people are doing to our fellow so-called Benin people? Ladies and gentlemen, I speak the minds of the common man in Edo South without a doubt. My lords, my great people, my family, my mothers. If you go to Ugbo community, you go and check those houses. The Benin who live in Italy, Benin lady who live in Italy will come and buy a house in Ugbo. I have a lady who live in Spain. The woman buy 100 plots of land in Ugbo. The father of Udoyekime father, Honorable Matthew Udoyekime, the former House of Assembly member, the father of Matthew Udoyekime, after the woman had bought that 100 plots, they resold that land to different people. I think maybe Dr. Pedro Obaseki is blind. I think I am speaking the mind of our people. Please, if what I am saying now is the truth, please, I want you to write yes. If what I am saying, I am wrong, please just write wrong. If I am saying the truth, write good. Yes. I want to speak. I want our people to stay away from the politics of sentimentalism, this politics of ethnic diversity, the politics of Ile Ibinu misblood. My great people of Edo State. Dr. Pedro Obaseki is not blind. I am expecting Dr. Pedro Obaseki to have come out. We have known out of 100% of our sisters who live in Europe. This so-called Pedro Obaseki is not blind, or maybe he's blind. I'm not, maybe he must be a blind man, or maybe he's not blind. I'm respecting you because of the governor. The greatest misery, the greatest pandemic, the greatest syndrome, on the greatest disease that is affecting our people today is being caused by this so-called Ile Ibinu misblood, who are trying to come out in public to deceive our people by inciting us against ourselves, and we will reject that type of statement from Dr. Pedro Obaseki. Ladies and gentlemen, out of 100% of our Benin sisters who live in Europe, who suffered, who went to Europe to prostitute, to do all type of jobs, to buy a land in so-called Benin. Is it the Ishan people who are grabbing their land? I want to know. Who, the Benin woman will go to Italy, prostitute for 7 years, buy a land. The same people like Dr. Pedro Obaseki and his gang will also come and sell that land. And I will tell that woman, go and kill yourself. My lords, my great people, my mothers, my fathers, a Fulani man will come all the way from Katsina State to come and buy land in Benin. People like Dr. Pedro Obaseki, they will not go and grab the land. The Yoruba people say, Kokoro to jefo, unu efo lower. He say, the ants with the eat that live inside. I don't know why our people refuse to understand the misery we are passing through today. People like Dr. Pedro Obaseki, who is a greedy man, are the cause of our misery. Look, the people who are grabbing those lands, they are people like Pedro Obaseki, they are one of the godfathers, and they are benefiting. The problem we are facing today in Edo State, Pedro Obaseki refused to address those areas. Look, if you come to our villages around Benin, the whole village have been sold. And look at the people who are occupying those villages. They are not our people. Tomorrow you say you are a majority. I don't know where you get this your majority from. My lord, my great people, my aborigines. You go from Ego. The majority of the people that live in Ego, they are from Delta, Igbo, and these are our Asian brothers. If you go to Igbo, let me just talk to GRA. Go to GRA. A street in Ugbo. How many Benin people have a house in Ugbo? A Benin man have house. Before you know what is happening, if the Benin man died, he will sell that land to Yoruba. The highest population in GRA are the Ishans and the Yoruba. Dr. Pedro, you are not seeing all those things. I don't know, when you are going to extinction, you are seeking for a political relevance by trying to incite an ethnic war among our great people. During the election, my lord, my great people of Edo State, we saw what happened in Eastern Land. The governor of our state, the Wakansi governor, you saw what the Asian people did. The Asian people hold their own people, hold them, and hand with money. If you saw it on the media, you see where the Asian people hold their fellow Asian with money. They don't take. They say they want to make Obaseki be governor. If anybody were to complain, it have to be the, what do you call it? The what do you call these people? It have to be the Asian people who have to complain. We will not cause division, and I want to beg all our aborigines that we are not going to accept. Just look what is going on. What Pedro is saying. You are part of this government. and you are benefiting from these governments. We know what happened during the primaries. You went to Oshomole to nominate you as a governor. But Oshomole rejected you. He rejected you. You know, Obaseki is a technocrat. You were fighting for your brother. Nothing, you were fighting against Obaseki. Nothing you didn't call Obaseki. You say all sorts of words against your brother. We know it's a politics. But Obaseki never minds. Governor Obaseki still decided to have a place in his mind and put you as a part of the team. If what you have said that the Benins are not part of the permanent secretary, are you not part of the government? Don't you have the telephone number of His Excellency? This is a simple arithmetic. This has to be indoor. Why can't you just find a place? Look, the population of the permanent secretary, we don't have Benin people inside. Your cousin is a governor. You go and meet him because you are part of the administration. Say, His Excellency, the Benin people in the permanent secretary, they don't have any Benin inside. Excellency, please put Benin people, restructure it. But what you said with your mouth, you are inciting ethnic war in those states. And I have already tendered apology on behalf of our state to our Aboriginal people. We will not accept that division in our state. And people like Pedro Obaseki, because election is coming up, you want to gain a cheap popularity. You will never become anything in our states. You will never become anything in that state. You will never, because we know your we know your records. Maybe, if I am not mistaken, as a spiritual man, you are not contented with the money you are getting from where your brother put you. You didn't work for it. Because you are getting money you are sowing for where you didn't reap. Your money you didn't donate any money to this administration to install this government. People like me, I know how much I contributed, me and my followers. We spent to make sure that this administration succeeds. Because you are sowing where you didn't reap. If you use your money to build a house, you will not allow person to destroy it, because you are not part and parcel of this very house. But you are now enjoying it. You are doing this under Oshomole. Can you come out? Can Oshomole appoint you in his government? You come out and say this such a thing. He will push you out. He will even put you to prison. I want to thank His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State. I saw what you have done today. You brought out 9 permanent secretaries. 7 of them were Benin, or 7, or no less than 7. And it's like the remaining 2 were from Isha. But Mr. Governor, since I was born, Your Excellency, under your administration, we don't have this one Isha, this one Esako, this one Ijo, this one this. Everybody are benefiting from you. You saw what we saw the other day on TV. This was a road that is connecting Ajoke from Ibubaka to Ovia. The road is ongoing. As I speak to you today, in my local government, Abudu is the capital headquarter of my local government. The executive governor of it, before I came to Europe, my local government capital, not only my local government, if you go to Igobazua, if you go to Okada, apart from Okada where Benedion did, the rest local government in Edo South is no-go area. It's a dead zone. But you saw in my own local government, you saw what the governor did. He tied road in my local government, in the capital of my local government. He tied roads. He built a higher institution. I forgot the name of the institution. He built about 2 institutions in that place, and he tied the roads. That place is, You know, it's good, it's beautiful. People are not, look at everything they have done. I saw Emmanuel Gbogun there on video when he was videoing it. He was trying to say, oh, they didn't put street light, they didn't do this one, they did it. But the governor is doing something. Please let us appreciate the good work of His Excellency. I have said it. I'm not going to insult Pedro Obaseki because of our Excellency. Pedro Obaseki is aware of what is going on in Edo State. The problem we are facing in Edo South, those land they are grabbing, they are selling, are the Ishan people are the ones selling it. I am asking Pedro, who are selling it? Please let me play the audio for you people. Let me just listen to the audio, then I come back.
We had the wire, we had the Muslim. Waya Budao, Nidian, Waya Lavizi. I will need the of Wagbro. Edimo Pedro Saro Samudiame no Yagbo info, no the Obaseki. You don't see any now when he tell me now. When Edo with no tema tamaba Omami Ukmoyo Yegwe. And I bokon yo gimi anosun Edo. Okay, ni manwanigbe. Or serene if do here particularly manano with my school. Our school are you gebe or I dolewi. Agbode ana temata and otioma osioma otamama unwea. Only a friend will tell you that your mouth smells. Right now, the Zedo or persons of Edo South extraction, as well as our collective local government areas, have become a race under siege. I know that it is more difficult to say it when our brother is at the helm of affairs in the state. Oviedo or Kariobutedo here. And no teme no dio no. But iyugi nigbiye mewa. Wagare dia kemi ya fe na ya nwagbe. Oviedo imari in clear suspicions. If you look at the education sector, finance sector, every major sector, health sector, security, infrastructure, and management, everybody of Edo South extraction who can either play a role, a positive contributive role, or contributive roles are either being totally sidelined, totally ignored, or where they are even in those positions already, they are being removed. You see, it must be made clear on a very empirical level that we currently constitute close to 60% of the land mass of this state. And also, proportionately, we constitute more than 58% of its population and geopolitical demography. So we must have, I use the word must deliberately, as an instrument and policy of government, that we cannot be shortchanged, put aside, dealt with, reduced in any way or form. So we are just playing, we are just wallpapering some of these things, and it troubles me. I got this morning a very instructive message from one of our very highly placed professors at the University of Benin. And he asked the question. I don't want to post this, post here, but the thing is giving me a bad goose pimples. That all the institutions of higher learning in Edo State, none are situated in Edo State, in Edo South. The ones that were situated in Edo South, apart from maybe Igoriahi, have now been moved as satellite campuses or totally closed down to all.
You see what Pedro Obaseki is saying? He's saying that the institutions that are situated in Edo South, that most of them have been relocated to Edo North, Edo Central. My people, Lucky Benedion was from Edo South. He ruled for 8 years. He built Hussein Polytechnic. I don't know whether Hussein Polytechnic have been relocated to Dr. Pedro Obaseki house. During the 8 years rule of Governor Obaseki, what is the name of that man? Igbenedion. He built Hussein Polytechnic in his mother's village. And look at what Pedro is saying, that all of them have been relocated. We have people that are from Hussein. Please, if you know that Hussein Polytechnic have been relocated, please, you have to tell us. All we know that the governor have upgraded Hussein Polytechnic. That is what we all know. You have upgraded it. And we all are aware that this man, I don't know who's sponsoring you. You know, Ekiadolo College of Education. Our governor did his possible best to upgrade College of Education, Ekiadolo, to a Federal University of Education. The governor did the greatest thing we have never seen in our lifetime. Ekiadolo is in Ovia. He was upgraded to a federal university. I don't understand what this man is saying. Ladies and gentlemen, Oshomole ruled as the governor of Edo State. Oshomole built a university in Iyamu, in his village, just like what Benedion did, Eloki did in his village. My brothers and sisters, Ambrose Ali ruled as governor of Benin State. He built a university in his village, Ekoma. I want to ask Dr. Obaseki, Dr. Pedro, the Edo Central, my lovely Aboriginal Igodo people, what have they done now? What have they done now? You are trying to incite an ethnic division in our state. This is what the Oba of Benin have been doing to remain as a tyrant in our land for many years. Our generation will not accept it. God of our land will not accept this type of nonsense. During the regime of Oshomole, during the Oshomole administration, Oshomole is from Edo North. He was the governor of Edo State. While the deputy governor was Udobu. Esaman, there was no Esaman in government house holding any position, and they didn't complain. Esaman, who was supposed to be a speaker, they removed the Ishaman as a speaker. They replaced him with a Benin man. A Benin man was a speaker. Number one citizen of the state was a Benin man. Was a Esa command from Edo North, and the deputy governor was a Benin man. The speaker of the house was also a Benin man. Do you see the Ishan people coming out to protest against it? Why are you doing this to our people, Pedro? Who sent you? If the Oba Benin is a frustrated goat, he is trying to use you. Are you the only person who smoke cocaine? Cocaine is made for businessmen. This cocaine is no. We all saw what happened during the time of Oshomole. Oshomole was a drunkard. The Ishan people were not carried along. Are they complaining? If they said people should complain, the Ishan people should be the person to come out and complain. They didn't complain. Hold on. What is going on? Pedro, who is using you? This is what the Oba Benin have been using to stay and be destroying our land for many years. Eh? Hello?
Hello, Ogiso.
Sir?
Good evening. Are you still on live?
Yeah, Iwarema, I did, yes, sir.
Okay. So, could you want to contribute?
Yes.
Hello.
Off the one you watch and me if you contribute off that one, so that me that one on the echo inside. Yeah?
Okay. You did hear me now, right?
Yes, I did hear you, sir.
Okay. So, concerning the video, the audio of
Pedro
Obaseki. So, thank God, the spirit now move out to come pronounce waiting that audio when you do so.
Yes.
But I'm so much happy 2024 is still, you don't hear, you don't fire, and you don't move me here. So, if people are to complain that state, it should be the people we from the Edo Central. For now, if not for Edo Central, Obaseki would have been out. Oshomole will insist local government for Edo North. They only need few. That was why I said begging the Eastern people, please. If not, Obaseki only God knows where he would have been by now. Now, Obaseki is almost 6 years in office. No single road in all our 5 local government. No single, nothing. Even the AAU we have there, Abu Salih University, he brought a Benin man to call the president vice chancellor in Abu Salih now. He's a Benin man. They only complain and they say, okay, no problem, we are one. Now, this guy came and said permanent secretary, this and that. What is Obaseki achievement in Eastern land in 6 years? Nothing. But we are not complaining. We said, okay, anyhow, we are one. Let's play along. Then Pedro came and started talking from the both sides. Okay, now he said, apart from Oredo, they go. Okay, wait.